to the lovely Times Square and Casino, where players are had their dinner break in the Little Slam. This is day 2 of that event, the 5th day of the Sunbet Poker Tour at Times Square. And we will be returning to the feature table of the Little Slam. We're starting to approach the money now. They're paying 25 players, and we're down to 30 odd players at the moment. And there's your new feature table. The players busy seating. Philip's starting to deal. Seat 1, we have Samuel Clark, 720,000 chips. Seat 2 is Yvonne Washafit, 275,000. Seat 3 is empty. Seat 4 is Dave Connelly, 1.975 million chips. Clinton Orb in seat 5, 1.825 million chips. And Robert Cowley in seat 6, 645,000 chips. Greg Tucker, 485,000 chips. And Loki Peltzer in seat 8, 535,000 chips. Greg was an under the gun player with the A7 suited. Let's let that go. It's folded round to Samuel. He folds. We get to the button, and there's Dave Corneli on the button. And he folds. The Clinton Orb just limps in. Robert Cowley in the big blind, deciding what to do. He checks it back. And you'll see all the players busy re-entering in the background. There's Big Dave Ralph, our tournament director, who's running around and keeps things so well organized. So the flop of King 5 deuce. Now for any player, the Jack High is still ahead. It's checked down. The 6 brings an up and down for Clinton now. He checks it again. And Robert is now going to bet because it's been checked to him twice. But I don't think he gets rid of Clinton that easily here. With the up and down draw. And he makes the call. The Jack High is still ahead, of course. 10 outs for Clinton at the top of the screen. The 5 is not one of them. And if it's checked down, Robert takes the hand anyway with Jack High. So he's going to bluff into it. What he thinks, but he has got Jack High. And he bets, and there's a fold, and Robert will take that hand down. So a nice little hand for Robert. Robert maybe not so well known to people out there, so we'll pull up his bio for you and tell you a little bit about him in between hands. Robert's been playing poker for 15 years. His biggest cash was a 55k in a previous MJPT event. So he's a miner by occupation. Favorite pre-tournament meal is a Heineken. So a hydraulic sandwich is what he prefers to start off his tournament with. There's a little bit of information about him. So already a good sense of humor that Heineken's his favorite meal before a tournament. So Loki Peltzer under the gun.
40.
There's the sheet there, Gary. So Loki Peltzer, 63 years old. Been playing poker for about 10 years now. Also not well known to all of us. Big Blue Bull supporter.
145. 145 total.
So the two big stacks are sitting next to one another there, and it's raised now by Clinton with the ace-8 suited. The dead man's hand, as it's referred. And there's folded all the way around, and Clinton will take down that pot. So nice mix of players here at this table, Gary.
Yeah, I see my mate Tucker's on there.
Yeah, Greg's there. We saw him during the break, and then there's 2 massive stacks sitting in the middle of the table. Both of them are just under the 2 million mark.
Well, believe it or not, I've been playing poker. I walked past and Lorraine thrust the stack into my hand for the free roll for the seats. And I was all in blind about 12 times, and I had to get rid of the chips.
Having a little spin up there in the break.
And eventually I gave them all to Ronald Smith, thank goodness.
He'll use them well.
I went from 3,000 to about 15,000. Big stack at the table.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I didn't impress Tim Akanusi too much, I don't think.
I'm sure.
I did ask his permission, though, to go all in. obviously be respectful to the other players at the table.
All in.
Yeah, so here's an all-in now by Greg Tucker. Small blind into the big blind, then he just takes that hand down. He's got a tightish player to his left. So we move on to the next hand. So I told you a little bit about Loki, 63 years old. Says he's been playing for about 10 years. Favorite hand is Ace King, or Ace Ace.
40,000 to play. All in. Fold. Fold.
Action is folded around the table. And the all-in from under the gun from Ivan gets through. And he takes down that. He's a very short stack at 275,000. So put all the chips across the line, takes down the blinds and the antes just before he gets into the big blind.
So my old buddy Samuel Clark there in the, is that the 1 seat or the 9 seat?
He's seat 1, Gary.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Sporting a funky t-shirt there from the
Sammy has got a lot of t-shirts, trust me.
Yeah, that looks like an old Royal Rumble t-shirt. So the tournament that used to happen many years ago.
Look at David Cornelli. Every day we get a different Cornelli on the table.
Yeah, they have featured quite prominently here.
It's nice to see them up supporting because they've all been, you know, obviously with the pandemic not being able to travel, etc. So yeah, nice to see them.
40.
Goes round to Greg. Pocket Rockets.
So let's, you know, Greg is a very good friend of mine. I know him so well. I know all his background, his history. But people underestimate him on the poker table. He's actually a very good poker player.
Yeah, he is.
Up to 85.
A lot better than what people give him credit
Recently started a business dog grooming with his mother. I think I'm just a bit outside his sort of coverage, but seems to be doing quite well for them. So yeah, Greg, you're doing well in business with his mum. It was absolutely charming, by the way.
45 more. Fold.
One gets rid of his big blind.
And that'll go across to GT.
Yeah, he doesn't get too much value for his aces, just picks up the blinds and the antes.
So Hyven, as I call him, is in the danger zone big time there.
Yeah, he's down there. He shoved under the gun just before the blinds approached him to buy himself a rotation.
He said to me, I saw him outside just now, and he says to me, I have no fold equity, I have no position, and I'm just looking for a spot. Okay. He said, will you be nice to me and explain to people why I pushed it all in with an ace?
There we go. So he knows what he has to do.
He's a nice lad though, very, very nice.
Yeah, but he knows what he has to do, Gary.
And recently engaged, getting married soon. Congrats to him and his good lady.
42.
Folded round to Robert Carley.
How's Robert's stack? 705.
Yeah, not too bad.
Quietly going about his business.
40,000.
GT now. He's folded. Folded all the way around to the
Raise.
button.
Up to 90.
Sam on
90,000.
10 here. Raises it up.
50 more. $50,000.
So it's up to Dave Corneli in the big blind. He's reaching for chips. got 10-8. He's going to defend.
Another 10. 10 more.
I like 10 king suited, I've got to be honest. What's the raise? 90.
Yeah, and the defense by David with his big stack.
Yeah, he's got 1.8 million.
He flops the
Double
straight.
bet.
Gary.
Wow, what a flop. What a flop.
And the bigger straight
bet.
is flopped by Samuel. This is action. They both
No,
checked
that's what I
it.
said. What a flop for Sam.
Yeah. And the
Double
problem for Dave that he flopped the second straight.
Yeah, I saw.
150.
I think that a lot of chips are going to go into the middle here.
I mean, Sammy's licking his lips here. What's Sammy's stack?
Sammy's
6010,
yeah.
390 in the pot. I think a smooth call here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he can. Maybe the spades worry him and he pops it now.
Oh, he's doing the adding up thing, so yeah.
Call.
Now he's pot committed.
Yeah, he wants to get max value. That
That
might
just got
kill the
better.
action. Yeah, he's going to kill the action a bit.
Oh yeah, the spades get there.
That's all in.
He can't not
Call.
call.
Calls, shows king 10. Shows 10-8.
He said,
Wow.
I flopped the straight also. And Sammy gets a double up.
Big double up.
Tonight straight.
He wasn't happy with that spade, but he said, I can't
King
fold here.
No, not in a million years. She got too much money in the pot. Wow.
Big double up for Sam.
And take him up to 1.5 million.
Yeah,
And
Eight.
drop Dave down below.
Try 8.
yeah, Dave's still on 1.2 million. He says he's in no danger whatsoever.
That's one.
Very nice hand, huh? What number hand was that?
It was hand number 4, part 2 of the second day of the Little Slam. Massive hand that. Real cooler when both players flop the straight. You never see the higher straight being flopped against you. It's tough enough flopping a straight, Gary.
Yeah.
20, 40, 40.
So it looks like Sam's in the money.
Yeah, he's picked up a big pot there. It's going to help him along.
So the high roller is juicing up a bit out there, 4 tables. Some regular faces that we mentioned earlier. Looks like that's going to be a well-attended tournament. There's quite a few people in this tournament that are actually going to go into the high roller as well.
Yeah.
Alvin Pile, for example, is playing. He said he was going to go in the high roller. Max Devison also. He's going to go and join the high roller. So it's nice to see the support. I see Darren Kramer in the background has
40,000 to play.
joined the fray as well.
Come back up from Cape Town.
Yeah, I believe he went home to see his family, his young child, who's just turned 1. Congrats to the Kramer household.
Yeah, muzzle tough to the Kramers.
40.
So Greg with ace queen under the gun +1.
He's going to put it all in.
All in.
Putting it all in.
That's interesting. From an early position.
There's 100k in the pot, and he's looking. I've got 505, so I get a 20% increase in my stack if I just take down the
Indeed.
hand.
Okay, four.
Just to explain to people not
Okay,
familiar,
follow.
why is he going all in? And, you know, it's a big increase in his stack, and if he can get it through without any risk pre-flop, then it helps his cause. Panning to the outer tables there, there's
20.
satellites happening, there's the high roller as you alluded, we can see some players in that high roller, there's JP Oak still sitting down. I would imagine that he's still in this tournament, Gary, unless he busts.
I think he's still in this tournament. That was the right-hand side of the arena looking from the States. So those are the tables that are currently occupied by this tournament.
So not
To the left is the high roller, and then in the distance on the left is 2, maybe 3 tables of the satellite, and there's 1 guaranteed seat for those players. So it's nice to see the satellite still running in the background, so to speak, giving people an opportunity to win a seat. Also, just come down and have a look and see what's going on down here. So Jack 9 suited,
40.
gone.
very tight player, conservative player. I think a lot of other players will be raising the Jack 9 suited from there, Gary.
Yeah.
Raise.
Samuel putting
90.
his newfound wealth to work.
90 total. Up to 90.
Raggedy ace.
All in.
Dave Corneli moves all in over the top. He hasn't put his cards in the box. Might have to ask the dealer to get him to put them there.
Yes. Please put your cards in a box. Sorry. Oh.
He takes the hand down. Everybody folds.
And Samir donated a few chips back to from whence they came.
Yeah, I must put them in a box.
Maybe at the top there. Oh, that was in seat order, not in poke order. I was just looking at quickly because Clinton Orb should still be the chip leader at the table. So Loki Pelsa under the gun. Don't know much about him, Gaz. Have you played with him at all?
Never. To be honest, I didn't recognise his face, and I was struggling to pronounce his name, being a Pom.
40,000 to
Yeah,
play.
and I'll do the pronunciation from the South African point of view, but I don't know him either.
Loki.
Loki
Yeah.
Pelsa, and he's been playing for 10 years, as we saw.
All in.
Oh, here we go. Ivan's in. I can't pronounce Ivan's second name, by the way. That's never going to happen.
Wash your fit. That's about as close as what I can get.
Yeah, it's a scary one, that one. Commentator's curse, a nightmare, an unpronounceable. But a nice lad, I'd say.
275 all in.
Oh, Robert's going to be calling this for sure.
He's going to be looked up here.
275. $275. Call. Call. Yeah, I called.
So Yvonne at risk here. He's going to need some spades or a king,
Absolutely. That's exactly what he's going to need.
or some ducks on the flop. No help to him there, Gary.
Only a king or a two to help.
Two to give him extra outs, or the king. No help still.
Only a king. A king and a king only. Does the river deliver? It does not.
Double bid, Yvonne.
And Ivan will be eliminated. Hand plays itself. Sitting there with 3 or 4 big blinds. Well done, young sir. Go home to your good lady. Far more important than poker. Only just.
Only just. All right, so we've lost a player from the feature table. Was
Settle
the short stack. He was going to be rocking and rolling. So if any spot he got, he was going to be putting the chips in.
I mean, why serious?
Sammy Clark has put his relationship status married to the game.
Yeah, he's going to get married soon as well, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to get into some flack for that one. He had a big trip planned to the Netherlands, etc., etc. with his fiance, and then when the
2000
pandemic
to
hit, and that all got put on hold. They paid the deposits, etc.
Oh no, he was following the European dart circuit. He's a big darts fan.
Yeah.
He had it around, planned all around all the big international dart tournaments. And he can play as well. I mean, I'm useless at darts, but I had a try with him once.
Fold. 20 more.
Down to Greg in the small,
Oh, here we go. He's got the spoilers again.
and the identical ones. He had 2 red rockets last time.
Just check he gave them back.
All in.
Oh, look at this.
All
trapped.
in the call.
He
Loki's woke up with what here? Let's go to the flop cam. Ace versus Ace 7 suited.
Oh, so he sprung the trap, he limped to get the jam, and it was insta-call. He didn't slow roll at all. Snap call.
No, you.
Eight sevens or clubs. Yeah, it's a pretty safe flop for Greg. See what the turn can bring.
Folded.
There's 1-7, so now he has 2 outs. I'll be pretty sick of it when runner on the 7s. The jack on the river is no help, and Loki is eliminated, and Greg goes up to over the million. Getting the aces the second time, he gets full value this time. Takes the entire stack to his left.
Okay, now let's see the
Lost
pen.
our second player from this feature table.
There's no small blind, so I appreciate it.
So Greg getting full value for his rockets that time. Didn't get the last time.
Sure.
And he'll be pretty happy with the limp there and that he got the jam. And,
Another seat open. He's breaking that table.
So Dave Corneli under the gun, 1.4 million. Greg Tucker now 1.1 million.
Hand for hand across all these tables is going to be a pain. I mean, get that.
40.
Dave Corneli under the gun.
So no small blind.
King 9 off.
Nothing in it. Wait for this fresh meat to come, and then we can talk. Well, you should just mark aces. You've had your one time.
Folds.
40 to play.
To Clinton.
So,
Folds his 3 deuce.
40.
Robert Cowley, 7-4 off in the cutoff.
3. 5.
Did you say?
Robert's having a think whether he wants to try and steal from this position. There's a vacant small blind to his left. He gets rid of it. Greg in the cutoff.
What's it?
Weren't even
Greg folds.
Weren't even looking. Thank you guys.
Walk
Appreciate it.
for Sam.
Alright,
There's
that
no
but
small blind there.
40 40.
Can't believe it.
Sam will take those chips quite welcome. So there we are.
Really hope we
Clinton
cannot
over
get
top,
Darren
1.7 mil. Dave Corneli 1.4. Sam 1.4. Greg Tucker 1.1 and Robert Cowley 980. So
Nearly all of them are millionaires.
big stacks there now, Gary. They got rid of the 2 smaller stacks. Well, Greg was a medium stack, and by doubling or taking that other player out, he's
40,000 to play. Ah, it's
I'm
coming.
worried that I'd be on it.
And it's really next to you.
we're very short-handed at this feature table now, having lost
Yes,
2
that-
players. There's an incoming player.
40,000. Yeah, another one. 40.
Darren, I was just talking about you. I was saying
Table.
I really hope you
Table.
come and sit at our table. Because you're such a good guy.
Table.
Look like
Really want to know the truth, you have to watch the screen.
40.
soon see. Just caught a glimpse.
Raise up to 100.
It is indeed Darren Lipman. Glimpse was correct. So the sound will go up on the feature table.
100 total.
So raised here by the pocket sixes of Robert Cowley. Looks Looks like Lippy came in with around 765,000. What I could see glancing
Sorry?
across.
No. They're out. Not in. Uh, 40,000 to play.
Action on Robert Carley under the gun.
Forty.
Pretty easy fold for Robert there.
Around to GT. He's folded.
Sammy is
No, GT hasn't folded yet.
9-7 is the actions on the same clock.
GT still got cards here, I guess.
Raise. Up to 95. 95,000.
We're going to Mac.
95 Fold. 5 more. Fold.
Clinton makes the defense.
Lots of
Show
high
bet.
cards and
Show
lots
bet.
of low cards.
Greg's going to continue.
70.
Nothing really there for Clinton to come along with.
70,000.
No, then we'll go and take this down.
He's contemplating something.
Saying, nuts.
Can I rip that queen? He's thinking about it. No, he
Fold.
gets out the way. He did think about it. Greg will take it in another nice spot.
Everything treats the one type of square. Everything treats square. They say what time we're paying for it. Until we get the money.
Thank you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
40,000. Play.
Greg under the gun.
40.
Let's go with that. Sam out the way.
40.
Fold. Down to the button. Dave Donnelly.
Sorry. 90. Raise up to 90.
Raises to
90,000.
90,000.
Total.
Using the button. Small blind out the way. Robert Cowley in the big.
Fold.
And Dave will get the steal through from the button.
So Uncle Harold is top of the pops here with 1.6 million. And Darren came in with about 700 and something.
No, it's fixed balance, it's 7 and 8.
Harold
Blind.
takes his seat.
Blinds at 20, 40, 40 on the big blind ante. Harold with his carrier bag with his soup.
Well, you make money, you're going to go jump in the 100.
40,000. 40,000.
Harold settling in. Folds that.
Fold. 40,000. Abu.
Clinton on the button.
40. Raise. Up to 90. 90,000. So 20 more. Close.
Robert Carly out the way, quick folder by Greg. 2 button raisers in succession have taken the hands down.
My legend, do I hear it, Gary? I grew up, I want to be just like you. But better looking. The better looking version of Gary.
Yeah. 40,000 to play.
So Harold is out under the gun player.
Gary not know. Now that we've got full holster, we don't need another annoying British guy.
40. 40.
It's folded around to Robert and Button. He lets that go. Greg
20
small
more.
blind. Jack 3 suited.
Check or raise.
He just completes.
Check.
Samuel checks back. 2 to the flop. 7-3-2.
Check or bet.
So 3 for Greg. Gut shot for Sam. Sam's outs at the top there. He's got 10 outs. Greg is going to bet his pair.
40. 40,000.
Sam will call the gut shot, yeah? Not a big bet.
Call.
Makes the call.
Check or bet.
Queen, no help to either player. Action on Greg. He has to keep the, he's going to check now.
Check.
Samuel checks behind.
Check or bet.
King, again, no help to either player. So action is on Greg.
Check. Check. Bet. 3.
He folds. Fold,
What's
Clinton
it?
folds. So
Yep.
it's folded all the way around to Robert Carly.
Got it. 20 more. Raise.
Samuel going to raise.
100 tutor.
To
60 more.
100,000 blind on blind. Harold with pocket 2s will look him up.
All in.
Oh, Harold moves, strong move here, hey? 1.6
Careful.
million, putting the full test. And quick fold by Sam, and that'll end that hand. Plus 140k for Harold. Dave Corneli under the gun.
Oh, sorry. 40,000 to play.
So Tucker, you think Everton are going to get relegated? I think Everton can get relegated. I think you're looking, because Burnley are on some hot form and Newcastle have also pulled themselves out of it. Brentford also look. It's a lot. It's like
40.
7 or 8 teams that could go down. You know. Yeah, they're pretty terrible. But what's new there?
So Robert Carley in the hijack with a king jack suited.
Raise up to 100.
Raises to 100,000.
100,000.
Greg folds in the cutoff.
100.
Round to Samuel on the button.
More. 80 more.
Put
3
in
weeks
checks.
in, I was like, what?
So we go 2 to the flop.
I've lost my hunger a little bit, friends. Yeah, I used to
So
enjoy it
that's-
so much, but like it is one of those things that if you don't keep playing, like it's you miss a game week and then you stress up. It's like, well, it must be chaos this season with all these double game weeks everywhere.
Shall I bet?
Check on that flop. There's no
40.
Greg folds.
Put
Action on Sam.
sorry. Raise up to 95.
Folded all the way around to Lipman.
95. Fold. 55 more.
Darren putting his cards nicely in the box for me. Appreciate Darren's input there, making the effort. And Darren takes down the pot.
Yeah, raising with the jack nine from the D. Using the position.
Okay, hand number 19 of the second session. Philip, our dealer, thank you very much, young sir. Doing well today. Keep it going. Been a tough old day.
So Greg Tucker will be our under the gun player. And I Gary, at these blind levels, the swings can be massive. One misstep here, one big pot here can really set you up or take you out.
Oh, for sure. You could be
40,000 to
playing
play.
for stacks very quickly. Greg Tucker, where's Greg?
Bottom right hand side with the tattoos,
40.
these just folded. Action on Sam, pocket 10.
Raise up to 100. 100. Uh, 100. 80 more.
So Sam raising with the 10s to 100,000. It's round to Robert in the big blind. And he gives that up, and Sam will take that hand down with the pocket 10s.
And picks up 100k for his trouble.
Robert might bet now. He's hit his king. He's hit his king. Comes out with 60k.
60.
I would say for hand, you just take 8k off first, take it to 26 and just move on. So
50 to play.
it just kills, it takes so long that the blinds go.
Sam is talking
50.
about playing hand for hand, so they're obviously getting near the money.
Yeah, if we can get love to find timing screen, they should tell us that.
50 to play.
I was driving that thing quite well there now.
I don't know.
Quite a bit of practice today.
50. $25 more.
Who's that got their shadow on there? 28 players left in. So if that's accurate, I think we'll let the prize pool run through a little bit.
Raise.
We'll keep the graphics going. I think they played 25 places.
Yeah, 25 places being paid. So if that's up to date, they might need updating it. We're very close to the money now, Gary.
100 more. Raise up to 150.
Yeah, 25 places. Thank you for that, camera team. So 28 people left in. Once we get to 26 people, they might go at 27 because it's multi-tables. But normally just one off the money. The bubble person will go hand for hand, and we'll explain that once we get closer to the time. Okay, so the new blind levels are 25, 50, 50 on the big blind ante. That's 120 off out the way. Round young Clinton. That's not a starting hand for him.
Clinton with 1.7 million chips will be our under the gun player.
$50,000 to play.
A7 offsuit under the gun. From early position. They're electing to raise it.
Raise up to 115. 115 too tough. 115 too tough.
Raises to 115.
Solve. 115. Solve.
Craig Beringer, anyone give an estimate as to how many players
raise?
there's left in the field? We showed the timing screen just now, so you'll catch it before you even get my comments on
Up
the
to
screen.
34 minutes, 42
300,000.
seconds left on the level.
Solve. 300 too tough.
So the raise with the A7, Darren has 3 bet to 300k. Only leaving 450 behind, so he's committed half his stack.
Yep.
So,
Tracy Tucker's Greg's mum, by the way.
Okay.
Craig has asked how many players. There were 28 at the last count. We're looking at going hand to hand.
Yeah, but Rex has got like 2 big blinds, if even that much.
Right, dealers in the little stand, complete the hand you're on. Complete the hand you're on, dealers in the little stand, then do not deal on the hand.
Okay, is everyone on this table cool if we try and make a deal for bubble? Get hand for hand done. Everyone happy? How else is happy? Well, I'll go ask them. We must deal this hand or not?
No.
So it appears we are now on the bubble because they've just announced hand for hand, Gary.
Yep. I'm letting Mark explain it rather than me have to explain it.
Oh, no, steps this guy. I think I'm.
Rex has got 2 bigs. So, unless he finds a few doubles, Rex has got like 2 big blinds. Well, I don't know if it's 1 off the money or if it's 2 off.
There's the view of the outer tables with the
That
high rollers
so
currently
small.
progress. Max Davison there. It's the elimination screen. Name the flip of the other players already. There's Bill Khan sitting down. Mr. Sun. Waiting for Mark to explain to the players.
All right.
Waiting for hands to be completed here.
Right, can I have
Explained so that nobody can fold their way into the money. Just sit there and wait and wait and wait.
50 to play.
There's going to be that guy to get aces and kings and then Rex find his way through a minute.
50. 50.
It's folded round to Sam, the hijack. Folded that.
25
Harold's
more.
folded. Darren's folded.
Deeds, will you please stand just let me know your hand up so we can continue?
The bubble, I've got a hand, I'm just playing it. It's easy to when you're sat here and you haven't laboured for 2 days over a poker table.
Very easy to say.
I don't know, I think he said he had jacks twice and then also going hard. Rex, how much was your shuffle anyway? Huh?
Right, so we have an all-in and a call, and we have another all-in on another table. Not sure if there's a call yet.
Yeah, so they're holding. He's winning.
So now, the player on the other table knows there's an all-in and a call. It actually impacts upon them whether or not.
Continue.
They stand on the floor.
6 on the turn, and only a king for the jack. Right. So we have one player. Are you up next? You have 10, right. So that player's going to double up. Alright, on this hand here, we have kings versus 10s on a 2-9-8 board. Take your time, Dina.
He's decided to defend his big blind.
120.
He's there, I'm here. That's his call. Good flop for the 8s.
Yeah, pretty decent.
So I think Robert will check this. There's nothing that he's ranging himself that's hit the flop there. Unless Robert's got some plan, it'll go check, bet, fold.
Show back.
So we get a view of Sammy.
140. 140. 115. Raise up to 115. 115.
So Darren Lippman has bet here.
Sorry. 115. Sure.
Corneli with the 5s is trying to make a decision here.
Okay, call.
Clinton gets out of the way.
115 future.
Robbie with pocket 9s here. This is going to get interesting.
This is going to spice up here now.
Miss nothing, eh? All that ready, left.
Okay, call.
This looks like a flat call from Robert.
He's elected to flat.
Tucker with jacks on my. So that's the high roller, 30k buy-in. We've got 4 tables now.
Alright, players hand number 4.
Lies about having jacks, he just doesn't make a believable hand. Just because he had jack 10, he had one of the jacks. No, it's fine. I was too busy. I've got a direct line to the stream. They're telling me what everyone has.
He took some nonsense, huh?
Don't start on Mike Postle waiting.
50,000 to play. 50. 50.
I think Rick says
Dave
Fold.
out
have
the
a
way.
gun on the break next.
50.
Clinton orb.
6 bigs.
Looking to raise here.
Raise up to 125. 125. Close.
Robert out the way.
125 tilter.
Tucker with good holdings again, short-handed. It gets out of the way.
Not getting involved now. Out of position. Sammy might defend his big blind though.
Fold.
No, also situational.
Here's the players in the high roller roll on the rock. 300, 600, 600 300, 600, 600 in the high roller.
I wanted this table in real danger, Gary.
No. It'll take a bit of a cooler to sort this lot out.
No, but they count the hand and they take the time. Yeah, it's clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand, you can deal hand number 5.
I was just scratching my beard.
50,000 to play. 50. Fold. 50. Raise up to 150. 150,000.
Clinton becoming more active. A lot of players will use this portion to rack up chips to go further. They got the eye on a bigger prize, not just the bubble, and they will put pressure on everybody else, saying nobody wants to get involved.
Every opportunity.
He's waiting for the next hand.
I know someone's all in, but I don't want to go do that. Get railed. I do. Mouse.
Is he waiting for?
Are you sure?
Fold. 50.
Roberts definitely doesn't want to get involved.
Fold.
Round to
50,000.
GTE, Mr. Greg Tucker. We don't see Greg's cards.
Raise
There's the two
up to
cards on top of one
115.
another.
115.
You know, players have their habits. They're not used to
115.
playing on the feature.
There we
There
go,
shows them
6-4. So he's on a mission. Harold
Call.
gets out of the way. Darren Lippman
Okay.
calls
Call.
with Jack Queen suited. Any ace or kings on this flop, unless it marries up, will be bet by Tucker. It's actually
bet.
not a bad flop at all for his hand.
Have a bet.
Yeah, he flops it up and down, Gary.
Yeah. So Greg will bet this, I'm sure. He'll see Darren's got 600 behind. Greg's actually got essentially double Darren's stack.
Check.
Next to check there. Interesting.
Shall I bet? Shall I bet?
Hand number 7, you can chop up.
Wait, wait, Dave, we're still in a hand.
Sorry, pause.
Yeah, sort yourself out, David. Get in the front.
So
135.
again to him, and now
135.
bet.
Fold.
Darren folds.
Okay, that is the end of this hand. So Dave will give us the nod to play hand number 7 of hand for hand.
Yeah.
Alright, David can also have hand number 7, you can chop up the deal.
We're not deal. Yeah.
No, they're not finished. That's it. Last one.
They're not quick like we are. There's no ranges.
Well, this might be a little bit slow for our viewers, but it's just the process that goes through on the bubble.
Sam is getting frustrated because he is a dealer.
Everyone want a drink?
Okay, they just
I
to
gotta ask these guys.
Shall I raise?
all of the blinds.
Sorry.
Darren with a 6-4. 4.
Let's see if a 5 comes.
10-2 for David Canelli. He checks. And flops a set of
Shall I
kings.
bet?
He's going to slow play that.
Check. Check.
Quick check behind. Here
Shall
it
I bet?
comes. He would have been
There's
in
a set of
serious
fives.
trouble.
Check.
And GT, that's why you're out there and I'm sitting in the commentary booth. He would have
50.
done his stack.
Could have just
50,000.
called an end of the bubble. You kind of said no. You just called the king street flop.
Been checked to him, he would have turned the set. And that
Okay,
would
follow.
have been all shootout. One of them would have been great. So he's the king. Greg will congratulate himself. Well played, Greg. Well played, sir.
There we go, got an all-in out there.
I mean, it's not like the bubble is particularly huge, you know. Controls.
7 makes Rex the straight. Rex doubles up.
Rex has been all in twice now. He survived and he's doubled up here again.
Right, deal players will be also in hand number 8. You can shuffle up the deal.
Well, that's because Ricardo saved us all some time.
So Robert Carney's under the gun.
He's kind of like a good guy, a good boy.
50. Raise up to 115. 115. Hold. 115 total.
So Dave fancies these series connectors.
Yes. After Greg raised with the King Jack.
Okay, call. Call.
Call. Clinton's out the way.
Chugga bet.
Only one club there.
Check.
Checked. Greg. Continuation.
90,000.
Not much there for 9-8.
Fold.
Back doors
Easy
only.
fold.
Greg picking up some more chips. He has flourished in this period, Gary. He's been very active. He's up to 1.8 million now.
Yeah, he's doing well, Greg.
Right, play the long side, hand them eight, you can shuffle up and deal.
Uh, 50-50. $50,000 to play. Fold. 50. 50. Raise up to 125. 125,000.
So Harold hasn't played a hand for a while. Now from the hijack, he's raising the Queen 6 suited.
You get the respect as well, especially sitting there with 1.4
Fold.
million.
100 more.
Nothing for anybody to defend with so far.
70 more.
So Robert Carley's got a rag ace.
75.
Shown that he wants to defend with those before. He defended with ace deuce before. He makes the call.
Call. 125. Another 5. Call.
It's 2 to 4. No help for his ace 4 there.
Nothing at all.
Sam, as he likes to be called.
50,000 to play. Call. 50.
Harold getting active now. He raised the Queen 6 now. Queen 10 a little bit better.
Raise up to 115. 115.
Darren's interest, oh, there, big interest.
Call.
Only
115.
flattered, Gary.
I saw. Tricky.
Call.
Greg's out the way.
Yeah, his 7-2 is not going to cut it here.
Aaron setting the trap.
Shall I bet? Check. Shall I bet?
Nothing for Harold there.
150.
Small bet.
150.
Harold will give it up, I think.
Yeah.
Fold.
Gives it up.
He did try.
Darren will welcome those chips. His stack was heading a little bit low. Didn't get any further value though by flatting.
I wouldn't call king high.
Well, you've got to try something to exploit the value of your hand, you know?
It's brave at this stage.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a view of the outer tables.
Or what Darren's trying to say is he doesn't even know it. It's sort of part of it that we've been out to the whole world on the stream that he is a little bitch. He's a little bitch. Part of it. So,
We move back to the feature table, the next hand.
what? I didn't leave anyone. No? Oh, maybe. That's weird.
So Harold will be under the gun.
50,000.
Darren, maybe you should go be the TV. We ever thought of a
Pocket twos,
career as a tournament director?
early
Probably
position.
the card drop, so why don't you play?
Lets them
50,000.
go under the gun. Aaron Lipman.
Raise.
The gun
Up
plus
to
one.
125.
Announced raise. Oh, the hidden this time. King's
no,
last time.
125.
I'll just flat call, make this one easy.
84-3. Fold.
125.
Orb. He's coming with the king queen.
Call.
We didn't see Douglas cards, no?
No, we didn't. Robert Carly with a rag ace.
Again.
Not in the blinds this time, so he's letting it go. He's defended his big blind with it. Queen 10 suited. Small blind for Greg. He lets it go.
75 more.
Sam, the big blind.
Fold.
It's the 4-3 folded.
I don't know, they might have a break after.
So no help for
Shall I
king
bet?
queen. Darren
150.
continues.
150.
It's very difficult for Clinton to come along here.
Yep, you're right. He's going to though.
Yeah, oh,
It's like he's actually going to repop it.
looks like it. He's going to put the test and say, I'll put you to the test right here and now.
Harder
Up
said.
to 350.
Round to Darren.
150.
He said he was like, oh, maybe call
All
king,
in.
I'm never making a deal.
All in.
Action is on Darren.
Bring it in.
He moves all in.
I think you just walked into trip sevens there, matey.
Fold.
Quick fold by
My 7
Clinton.
deuce, man.
Nicely played by Darren. Clinton tried. He popped the flop.
7 high would have been an improvement on what I had.
The test on Darren. Darren moved instantly all in.
Well, he chipped up nicely there.
Very nicely chipped up. Darren's had a few big hands now in this period, bubble period.
$50,000 to play. 50.
Darren folds 8-6. David Connelly. Down to 870. Shed $1 million since he joined this
Fold.
feature table.
50.
A lot of chips gone.
Fold. 50.
Clinton 7 loose folds.
Fold.
Carly
50.
folds. Down to Greg Tucker on the button. Reaching for raising chips.
Raise. Up to 120.
Raises.
120 to top.
So these two cards on top of one another. Sam with 9-5. Let's go quickly.
70 more.
Down to Harold. Big blind.
Fold.
Folds. Greg gets that one through. Greg is now up to 1.8 million, Gary.
Oh, hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another all-in.
Paul Ralston.
21. Please, you don't show the hands. All Ralstons at a risk of kings. Versus 9-10 from William Smith. You let do the roll for me.
Pretty good shape of things, I guess. What was the flop? What? Jake, you're supposed to say what those cards are.
All doubled up.
Yeah.
So Paul Ralston was all in on the outer table with pocket kings, and as you heard, his hand held up.
Right, you hand number 13, you get your fucking deal.
It's only been 13 hands and it feels like about 100.
So Dave Connelly under the gun.
They don't raise the blind ball hand for hand. They fold and they add pressure.
50,000 to play. 50.
Queen 4 offsuit.
Trying to run into the bathroom.
50.
Folds that. Clinton Orb with the ace queen suited.
Raise. Up to 180.
And
180.
the raise. 180,000.
180. Fold.
Round to Harold. Small blind. Jack 5 off. To Darren Lipman now.
180 total.
He's also chipped up nicely. 1.2 million.
He's done very well.
Holds a rag ace.
Ladies and gentlemen, hand number 14, you can shuffle up a deal.
So Clinton under the gun.
50,000 to play. $50.
Folds. Robert Cowley, ace 7 suited.
Another raggedy ace.
This one has some merit in that he's first to speak, not calling with it, and secondly that it's suited.
Raise. Up
He's
to
raising it.
125. Fold.
He's got quick folds round to
Fold.
Dave Corneli in the big blind.
75 more.
5-3 offsuit.
Fold.
We'll get the raise through with the ace 7 suited.
Okay.
Right, little Sam, you're on hand 15.
So hand number 15 already, Gary, of this hand to hand.
Oh, it's 30 minutes off the clock.
I think it's taken a bit longer than that. Robert
50,000 to
Cowley
play.
under the gun.
All in.
It's moved all in under the gun.
Fold.
Pretty much asking the question, you need a big hand to call me. Aces or kings, as Gary says. Here's ace king is what he's moved in with. Darren folded ace 5.
Fold.
There's folds all the way around.
I suppose if you can do it with all 5.
Yeah, ace king in the bubble. 2012, I bubbled 3 major tournaments with ace king. Every time I was up against ace queen, and king queen, and they found the queen every time like a good thing. So yeah, not fond memories for me that.
16, you've been shuffled up and yelled.
Play for 3 days and bubble with ace king when you get it in good.
Everyone. It's sort of short scratch, I guess. I know Rex a little bit short, but I can only see that much.
Alright, so Greg Tucker under the gun.
50,000 to play.
The Barry Hilton hand, the Jack 4
Fold.
to change a
50.
tire.
50.
Mr. Brooks, pocket
Longest
9s.
hand to hand ever.
Raise. Up to 150.
150.
150.
Darren was a quick folder. David. Just down 9-3 off. He's getting frustrated, you can see it. His chip stack has dwindled, he's not finding hands, slow pace, none of it is suiting him. Robert Carly looking interested.
Call.
Makes the call. Good action here. 2 to the flop. If he's defended with a rag ace again, he's found it this time, Gary.
Yeah.
Check. Check.
One check, check.
Shall I bet?
There's another heart. And another overcard to those nines. It comes out betting now.
180. 180.
Barrel gives up the nines, shows them. Taps the table. He had ace jack this time, not a regular one. Found 2 pair as well.
Little Sanditas, you can deal hand 17. Little Sanditas, you're dealing hand 17.
Sam under the gun, sitting on 1.3 million.
$50,000 to play. 50. Raise up to 150. 150. Call.
Raises again,
150.
this time with ace 10. Carly thinking again.
Call.
This time breaks out the way quickly. Harold Ball and 125,000.
So the blinds are going to go up 30-60 next hand.
Dealers in the high roller, you now on a 15-minute break. Dealers and players in the high roller, complete the hand you on and you're on a 15-minute break.
I don't know. They'll announce now. They might just have, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Who knows? Yeah.
We're still waiting
Right,
for them.
dealers in the little stand, your blinds are now up. Your blinds are 30-60. 30,000, 60,000 and 60,000 in the big blind ante. You're now getting hand.
Blind, he folds, and Darren takes. Darren's chipping up all the time.
Grinding away.
gun.
60,000 to play. Raise up to 130.
Ace king suited.
Very
130.
nice.
One 30. 130.
Carly folds.
130.
Greg Tucker with 10-8 suited. On the button. Just folding that.
100 more.
Sam with pocket fours.
Call.
Says he'll see a flop.
70 more.
Harold with pocket two says he'll come along. We're going to have some action here if one of them flops a set, Gary.
Yeah. This could be the one.
Call.
This could be the one that Jake was asking for.
Right, you've got it all in on table 21. And it's been raised, so there'll definitely be...
Nothing for any of the players there. Pocket four still ahead.
Sugar bet.
Right, we have it all in and a call.
Sugar bet.
Darren will
One.
continue.
We have Jack Queen
150.
suited, Jack Queen of spades.
This hand is not completed
Queen of
yet.
spades versus Ace Queen.
Call.
Or Ace
150.
of spades, Queen of clubs.
150.
So Darren bets and Sam is a non-believer. Believes his fours are still ahead, and they are. Now the action is on Harold. He gets out of the way with the twos. He thinks, okay, well, one of you is beating me. He's quite correct in that. A lot of outs there. Five, no help for
Sugar bet.
Darren. Does bring the diamond draw though, so it is brings him more outs.
Sugar bet.
And he's just got counterfeited. He's got four high.
Yeah, the fours just got counterfeited.
250. 250.
You're gonna bet 150. So I'm trying to bluff it now.
Fold.
Right,
Well
so
played, Sammy.
we have a all in and a call. We have Jack Queen of spades versus Ace Queen. Ace of spades, Queen of clubs. You know. Right, we have a 5, a 9, 2 hearts on the board. Another 2, so the Jack only has a Jack now. Jack Queen only has a Jack.
That is the Jack Queen at risk one.
And that is at the Bubbly's best. Unlucky Gordon, let's give him a round of applause. Rather than talk to the players that are in the money now, we're just going to adjust your clock.
30-60. 66.
Hubble has bursted last, Gary.
I did see who it was.
66.
I was trying to see out there as well. So we can move back to normal play now. Things will speed up.
Right, leaders in the little stand, you can now continue to deal as normal. Your clock has been set.
Sammy's still stacking his chips up after that hand.
He did very well there to bluff that.
Oh, he did incredibly well. And not to get called by Darren.
Yeah.
60,000 to play.
Where is Gordon?
Gordon. Oh no. Not Gordon Aspling.
Fold.
Really hope not.
60.
Guys, from the Sunbet team, we've decided we're going to give Gordon a free.
It's all about the fun, guys.
The
The
open is
camaraderie,
opening with King 8 suited.
the banter.
It's just that psychological thing. Under the gun, Klimt
60 to play.
8-4 suited. Very early position.
Fold. 60.
Robert Carly.
Fold.
He's out the way, Greg's out
60.
the way. Sammy, King 2,
62.
Harold on the button. 9-4 off fold, so blind on blind. Darren with pocket
Raise.
sevens raises
Up
it up.
to 190.
See what David can find. 8-5 off,
130 more.
nothing special. Shows the 8-5. Darren doesn't show him the sevens.
Ready? 60, 60.
Players in the high roller, you can start taking your seats again. Players in the high roller, you can start taking your seats again.
High roller's just coming back from a break. Yeah, the announcement in the background. Full tables at the last count there, Gary.
Yeah, it'll be more as well.
60,000 to play.
Media team, media team over here.
60.
Media. Yeah.
Dave Crowley's going to
60.
shove it in here.
You know, I was just thinking, Gordon's such a nice guy. Gordon Aspley.
60.
But I mean, if it was someone who's
30
like
more.
quick, like you know, Darren or Tucker, they would be like unlucky. You just bubble. You get
All
like-
in.
Pocket kings all in here. Blind on blind. A bit too much to call with Queen 8 off, I believe.
Fold.
Shows the kings.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you think what Hito's feeling? He's had to be up for just as long.
Eh? Yeah. I just shot that way.
So Greg will be under the gun, sitting on 1.6 million. Very nicely since he came to this table. It's almost 4 times what he came to the table with.
A profitable night on the stage.
60,000 to play.
Those won't look so attractive from there.
Fold. 60.
To Samuel, he folds.
60.
Harold books.
Alright, kids and players in the high roller, your blinds are 400,
60.
800,
Darren's a quick folder around to David.
808. You can shuffle up with yours.
7 suited on the button. He's going to fancy a little raise with that. If any past hands or anything go by. Oh no, he's letting it go.
30 more.
2 to form there. And there's a raise.
Up to
from Clinton
180.
putting pressure on the big blind.
120 more.
You have a lovely seat.
9-5 suited. And 5 deuce has got no price to call. Joe Stegger's in the background.
Rexy.
The one with the
Fold.
big shot, the 40k buying.
Well, now we walk around going,
Currently residing or playing out of Tanzania, British national.
found his way into that.
Well known to Gary, who used to play a lot of games with him up in Tanzania.
Oh my God, this is maybe the longest half an hour ever. Nice.
So Sam will be under the gun.
$60,000 to play. 60.
Folds, Harold
60.
folds, Darren's a quick folder. If Cornelius follows suit, Clinton lets go of the button.
30 more.
30 minutes.
So action is round to the blinds. Robert Cowley in the small blind.
Yeah. It's someone else's turn to be a celebrity.
So Robert Cowley
up to
has
180.
raised it up from the small blind.
Call.
And Greg lets go of his big blind. And Robert Cowley will pick up the hand. Little plus 120. Does that look like Martin Maroon that is joining us there?
Well, tomorrow.
I think it is.
No, I have no idea.
I think he's joining us to play. Is he just sitting down with the plaids? He's got no chips there.
Dave, are they?
Okay. Big blinds.
So I have to be big blind. No, he should be able to put his chips on.
Well, they're saying Martin is joining the table, but his chips aren't here yet, so he should have come into the big blind. But his chips not having been brought yet.
Is he big blind now?
There's his chips.
Have you guys doing any redraws at any point or any score? Okay.
60 to play.
Quite a few chips
60,000.
there, Martin.
Call.
So Martin Maroon joining us in seat 8.
This is 9. This is 8. This is 9 to, yeah, 9.
Guys in the high road, the blue chip is now in play, the 25k chip. So
60.
25k chip. The blue 50 is in play.
So Clinton raises from the cutoff with the King
Raise.
Jack.
165 total. 165.
So the blue 50k chip is in play in the high roller.
Folds there, round to Sam in the big blind now.
What's your second card?
Sam coming with a 3-bet.
Okay, re-raise. Up to
Was raised up by
400.
the King Jack. Sam is now 3-bet to 400.
All in, call.
All in call. Sam has aces. Clinton tried to move with the King Jack. That was a snap call by Sam. So King Jack versus the pocket aces. Clinton, little misstep here. Thought Sam was pulling a move on him.
All in, call. Sorry. Okay, sure.
So, oh wow. He's
Don't
flopped
do
2
this.
pair.
Go to 5 or an ace.
He's flopped 2 pair. Now Sam is in
5, an
trouble.
ace or a 9.
He's a 9, an ace,
5,
or a
ace, 9.
5.
Come on, Philip, you can do this.
4 is no help. Oh wow. And Clinton got caught making a move and he flops 2 pair. And Sam is eliminated with pocket aces. It's wow, it's a sick one. That hurts. Unlucky Sam, we all know how that feels. That one really hurts. Never nice to go out with pocket aces. So big pot for Clinton. raised with the king jack. He got 3-bet by Sam. He 4-bet shoved. Got snapped off by Sam. And Sam, well, that was a sickie for Sam. So Gary's just come from the outer rooms. Clinton raised with king jack.
36.
Sam 3-bet him with aces. Clinton goes on a move and shoves all in, 4-bet shove with the king jack. Sammy snaps him with the aces, flop king jack. And that was all she wrote.
I wonder why Sam didn't want to stop and pass the pleasantries of the day with me.
Sure, he was not a happy bunny.
He was not a happy bunny at all. Yeah, I just spoke with Gordon. He had 1.5 big blinds.
Oh my word.
He didn't have a choice. And JP called and that's all she wrote. So, shame.
It was nice of the organisers to give him a seat into the next Little Slam.
Yeah, he's very happy about that. Delighted. There are 6 full tables at the high roller.
Sure, that's really flying along now then. And there will be more players from this that jump in.
8, 6, and 12.
Sorry?
48 so far, I think it is. They're all there, but there's 6 full tables as far as I know.
Tabo. There's a player there.
Just
60?
reorganising after that hand. Very unlucky Sam.
60.
So Robert Cowley in the cutoff. That's a weak hand. Folded by Greg on the button. So Clive kick here.
It's a button. It's here.
2.1 million chips. Folds and then move on. So Clive has joined us with a lot of chips there, Gary. Cricket
So
ball.
guys, you just spoke to Clive just now, 2 seconds ago.
Cricket balls on the table. On to the next hand. Clive hasn't taken his seat yet.
60,000 to play.
Chips have arrived.
Yeah, he was heading to the bathroom.
60.
Nearly folds. Clinton with a monster big stack there now. He's sitting on 3.1 million after that hand with Sam.
60.
Got very lucky. Robert Cowley 8-7 off into the muck.
60.
Big Tucker 6-5 in the hijack. Lets it go.
30 more.
Clive's not there, so his hand's in the muck. Harold
Up to 180.
raises, small
And
blind.
button 8.
King
Yep,
10
fold.
suited. Aaron shows him I've got nothing to defend with.
Take it away.
There comes Clive.
Button 36. $66. Yep.
So Clinton will be under the gun.
$60,000 to play.
2 offsuit. Get rid of those.
60.
Down to Robert Cowley. Not picking up his cards the last while.
60 to play.
Greg Tucker folds. Clive, his first hand at the feature table this time round.
Yeah, ball.
Obviously no stranger to a feature table.
I like old Clivey.
Jack 4 of diamonds.
He has twin boys, but I think I might have mentioned that. I got invited to their 21st. Just a lovely family, huh?
60. All in.
Whoa, here we go. Ace King for Mr. Brooks.
Call.
And, Clive limped in there with a Jack 4 suited, wanting to see a cheap flop, and Harold's gone all in.
Oh, yeah, fold, snap fold.
Okay, fold.
Yeah, it's a snap fold. Harold will pick up the money.
Welcome to the table, Clive.
So Clive has joined us with his cricket ball in the 8 hole.
That's it.
Good to have him at the table. Always good value.
He'll be entertaining.
You don't just lump with
Got quite a lot of chips.
but in this case, in this scenario,
60,000 to play.
you don't just lump with
Queen 7 suited.
60.
Early position. Great fold.
you're too much of a good player to do that.
On to Clive, 6-5. Get rid
60.
of that. To Harold.
Fold.
He folds. Darren's a quick folder
That's
on the
him off.
button, so we're blind on blind. David has been quite aggressive blind on blind here.
Call. Check or raise.
This time he limps in
Check.
and Clinton checks. Dave limped in Jack 5, Clinton checks 10-6. Flop is 8-4-8.
Check. Check or bet.
Jack High still ahead.
Check.
Check, check. Another
Check or
8.
bet.
Now Dave will bet.
60.
Gary on the ball with all the info. How much time left? How many players left? Under the gun, Greg Tucker, ace 10.
Raise.
Raises.
Up to 135. 135.
Clive folds.
Call. 135.
Darren snaps in. Pocket 9s. Dave Corneli, the 5-4 suited on the button. He
Fold.
folds.
135. Two
After a
sharp.
bit of contemplation. Small blind Clinton, 7-3 suited. He's got
Call.
chips, he'll call. Robert Carley in the big blind, 6-5 suited. Diamonds, 75,000 to call into 525,000. You won't often get a price like that.
No.
With nice little suited connectors that flop well and can crack big hands.
Greg's gone south with his stack. Obviously missed a hand while I was outside.
That's just the blinds and the antes that have gone past, Gary. I mean, it's costing you a lot of money per rotation now.
Clinton is 2.8 after Sam
Call.
lost aces to him. I'm assuming that's where that all came from.
Yeah, a lot of it came from there. I mean, you go 2 rotations without a hand, you've dropped 300k.
Yeah, it's significant.
Check or bet.
So
Check or bet.
pocket 9s are still ahead. Robert has found a 6. Greg's the pre-flop raiser.
Check. Check or bet.
Ace 10, he hasn't hit anything. So Darren with the 9s.
Check. Check.
Option is now on him and he's checked as well. So king
Check or bet.
now.
Check. Check or bet. Check. Check or bet.
Gut shot here for Greg now. Here's Darren only behind. 2 players have checked to him.
Hmm?
Does he take a stab at repping it now?
If you don't know, cut
That
that.
he could have raised with ace king or something.
61. Color 2. So,
He does so.
175.
He gets the 9s to fold,
175.
and I think he'll get both the other players to fold out.
Fold. Fold.
Well played, Greg.
Indeed it was. Takes about the 1.9 million. Very nice.
Yeah, found the right card to have a stab at. So Clive will be under the gun.
$60,000. Fold. 60. 10 30. Fold. Raise up to 150.
Darren raises to 150.
150.
See what he's raised with.
Huh?
Clinton on the button. King 6 suited. Folds.
150. That's what
Kali
up to
Jack
100,
3 off.
150.
Blind. Sammy getting commiserations from Rex. The two of them standing on the rail there. Greg comes along from
Okay,
the big
pot.
blind with Jack 8 defending.
Check a bet.
Flops top pair does Greg.
Check.
Checks
Cover
to
bet.
the pre-flop raiser.
Darren
Enough.
decides to bet 150, yes.
150. All in.
A gutsy mover. Darren's got 460 behind.
Okay, fold.
Nice read there, Greg. Picks up another 330,000. Jeepers.
Very nice, and makes Darren very short now, Gary.
Yeah, Darren will be looking for a spot now.
Yeah, I don't think he's much raising anymore with Darren stack there now. I think it's all in or fold now. 150k in the pre-flop, he's only got 450 odd. So it'll be a significant increase for him if he can just pick up the blinds and the antes.
Four flop, 17, 14, and I don't say 11. No.
60,000 to play.
So Harold under the gun with a 9-2
Fold.
off.
60.
Folds, Darren folds. Round to David. His stack has also dwindled. He's down to 685.
Geez, so you came with a lot more than that.
Came to the table with 1.975.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, 1,975,000.
He's been in a couple of big hands though.
Yeah, and just bled off. He hasn't had too many hands.
30 more.
And that's the way it goes. He's been a bit card dead. He's tried a few things. He's stolen where he could. Clark gets a walk.
He'll take it, he says.
Uh, 60, 60.
So Darren will be under the gun here.
60,000 to play.
Gets rid of the Jack 5.
Pocket threes. Not good enough to shovel that in, Dave, I don't think. No.
I think from too early, Gary.
Yeah.
60,000.
Clinton folded. Round to Robert Carley.
Fold.
Folds. Big on the button.
Fold.
He's a folder, so
Let
it's
him
Clive and Harold left to argue over this one. Blind on blind.
Did Robert fold?
Yeah, Robert folded and Greg Tucker folded.
Up to 160.
Clive raises to
160.
160 with King Queen. Blind on blind, strong holdings.
100
Oh,
more.
and he's running to Ace Jack for Harold. And Harold's been super aggressive blind on blind when he's faced with a raise and he's had a hand behind. Let's see. It's not calling chips that he's grabbed there.
Re-raise.
He raises.
200 more. 360 total.
Clive makes a quick call. Already 460,000 in the pot.
Chava bet.
Diamonds there, none of them has a diamond.
Nope.
So that
It's
might
something good to bluff at.
yeah, I know. Slow down things initially.
Check. Check.
Check, check.
Chava bet.
There comes the diamond. So the 11 outs for Clive there. You can hit a king or a queen to win the hand, or any diamond to split.
Check. Chava bet.
Check again by Clive. Harold's not going to have a stab at it.
160.
It's a scary board. Clive just smiles. He knows he's getting hurt here.
Yeah. He shows king, queen. Harold shows him ace jack. Says I was winning anyway. Nice size pot there for Harold. No.
know if I had one. But when you check, if you got one, you also check. I got one.
30. Small blind. $60,000 to play.
Dave Corneli, 7 deuce into the mark from under the gun.
I folded that 7 deuce. Waste of time. Shame.
Robert Carley, also John Can, queen 3 off.
60,000.
Greg folds quickly. Okay, Clivey, ace 10 on the button.
Raise
Raises it.
up to 180. 182. Fold.
Quick folds from Harold and Darren. Clive takes down the hand when he shows the ace. Harold knocks the table.
Always appreciative of Harold. Good sportsman.
He's a great sportsman, Harold. Win, lose, draw. He's a gentleman at the table.
So Darren needs to make a couple of moves, as does Dave Corneli. Both down there. Well, Darren's definitely in the danger zone.
Yeah, Darren after that big hand against Greg. serious trouble, and the blinds have passed him by. He's posted the big blind, and it's anti. In the small blind now. So I think any reasonable holdings, if it's folded to him, he's putting in. He might put just about anything in blind on blind. Realize the last little bit of fold equity that
60,000
he
to
has.
play.
Into another short stack.
Well, looks like Clinton's going to have a little float here.
Raise.
Well, he's actually
Up
going to
to
raise it up
120,
with 5-3 of hearts,
120,000.
Yeah, another gun.
as you do.
In a nice cash game, Gary.
Yeah, maybe. There we go. He's running the aces for Tucker.
And that's what happens.
This is third or fourth time that Tucker's done aces.
Yeah, he had 2 red runs twice.
So there's still 3 players at the table. 4 players at the table have got cards. So he's 270 in the pot. He's got to put a 150 in here, I suppose. I don't know, what was the bet from Clinton? Raised to 120, so he's got to double that at least.
I fancy him to go to 300. Let's see.
We raise. Up to 280,
280, just under 300.
280. Well, 282 tough. $208. Sure. $160 more.
So it's folded around to
Call.
Clinton. He's going to see the flop with that 5-3 suited. Oh, this could get ugly. Dave Corneli folded 4s, by the way, because of the 3-bet. Okay, no ugly flop for Greg, yeah?
Shall I bet?
Only
Check.
1 heart.
Shall I bet? $170. $12. Hmm? Yeah. It's a break.
Okay,
It's a
so
break.
that's the end of this session. There's a break now. The players will go on break, and we'll have a new table coming back, but you won't have us coming back. We're off to do some resting and some maintenance,
Me too.
and we'll be back tomorrow with the final table of the Little Slam. Keep your eyes open, have a look at social media, make sure you know what's happening, and have a safe evening.